Posting out afternoon all. There's only two guys on so far. Get the personalised service, nobody else comes on here. Afternoon all Brady and knowledge. Gonna get a bit lonely. Hope some more guys join. I'd a further 50%. Going to suggest the CAD JPY sell this morning. I don't know who that was, but I think somebody actually did it. I'm not very happy at the moment. It's gone up. Noise might come off again just now. It's gone up a bit. I don't know if any of you guys did. I obviously wasn't. I was against it myself, but I think a couple of guys do it. NZUSD, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. That CAD JPY and NZD, I was not that keen on. CAD JPY is actually not going the right way. It could change. The NZD USD, was that right? Yeah. Was that what was that one? You know, the guys want to sell it. That's right, 63.90. It came off a little bit, and it's now popped up again. Okay, I hope some more people join. It's not exactly a major turnout. The guys are sick of the sound of my voice or low tuning or what it is, but I hope a few more guys are going to be joining. Okay, anyway, it's 4 o'clock. We can start. Okay, I've got the Nasdaq up. It's come off a little bit, jumping around a bit. Before we go too much further, so sort of let these guys in. Just check the economic calendar. Right, the weekly jobless claims came out, and they were slightly down, which is better than expected. Remember, less people are claiming, So slightly down, about 24,000 less people claimed than expected, not too bad. The purchase price index was, thought that was yesterday, what an idiot. Sorry, building permits was a little bit less, not much difference. The manufacturing index was slightly lower, so the manufacturing down slightly. But if you look at the euro dollar, in fact, we'll stick with the Nasdaq, same thing. We're in 15 minutes. That's what this guy's in. We're in 15 minutes, so that's what 4:30. Yeah, didn't have that much effect. Look, it popped down a little bit, only 30 odd pips, and it pushed up again. So didn't seem to make many waves in the market. So bottom line, it's down still. So if we continue around these levels, we can drop a bit further. We should have a reasonable opening on our shorts on the our shares. Okay, keep your fingers crossed. Put an alarm in just to remind for our past. Right. Okay. So afternoon, guys. Glad we sorted out for you there, Anne-Marie. There's a confusion on WhatsApp numbers, so at least we got it right. That's the main thing. Okay. Yes, that's the Nasdaq. EDSA DCHF. That was your idea, was it, Keone? As I mentioned, I wasn't that keen. In fact, I wasn't keen at all. But wrong one, you idiot. That didn't look right. NZD-USD, sorry. But because you liked it, I put it down. I think 2 of you liked it. Vio liked it as well, I think. Yeah, you and Vuyo liked it. Well, you'd actually got a little bit earlier on this morning. I remember it's a 15-minute chart. Just now, you're a couple of pips up, but it seemed to have popped up again. It's a bit of noise. You might still come right. CAD JPY, I was unhappy with that one. But anyway, I think a couple of guys wanted to do it on a sell, so I think they took it. But anyway, that's 94.89. You know, wouldn't have been happy now. That's 35 pips into the red. So anyway, I personally just leave the down to the lows. It used to be a go-to trade to make Tom, to be honest. But the last month or two, it's been well, it's given me some. So I'm going to give it a bit of a miss. Hello, who's speaking? Hello. I thought someone was speaking then. Yeah, just if you want to speak, just say if you like. Yeah, chat if you like or post. The Dow Jones solar rally, like I mentioned, it's popped. This is 15 minutes. I'll tell you anything. Let's look at it over 4 hours. Yeah, see, solar rally is the name of the game. Daily solar rally popped up again. What's going to go from here? Whether it's going to pop up a bit or down, I don't know. It might come up a bit before going further down. Very volatile. Not something you play with if you're short of money. Or a smaller balance, should I say? But yeah, having said that, short the rally, I'm sticking with it. It's seems to be bearing out so far, and stick with it. Just get a bit of a oversold bounce before it comes off again. Who knows? But we'll see how it opens anyway. Just now on the spot price of the American market at 4.5. Oh, he's on speaker. Is that what he is? Okay, next. You can scalp if you like. Don't forget the spread's a little bit wider on here. 10 odd pips or something. Just bear that in mind. Anyway, whatever. If you're happy with that, great. My overall view is sell the rally. What it'll do in the short term, I'm going to cook including. I don't think anybody has. So make sure, you know, if you're scalping, you do, you know, make sure you do a range trade or something like that. If you want to buy it, see it, then you can. It has come off a bit, so it might have a oversold bounce, but I'd rather sell the rally, as I say, but it might have a bounce in the meantime. But let's have a look at the shorter term again. Yeah, we're getting a bit of a bounce, but not. See the sell. My mind is so volatile. The sell's coming. A lot of this, quite right. A lot of guys do scalp it. A lot of professional proprietary traders for major institutions do scalp it. So you always get a few wicks on it. That's fair enough. But having said that, you know, it's well, we'll see what happens. To predict whether that's going to go to there or there in the short term is, well, it's difficult to call. I can't make that cause for that. But as I say, if I'm in the thing, I'd rather be short than long. Clearly not in it myself at the moment, but I'd rather be short than long. Okay, right. So there we are on the Dow. The NAS we've discussed. If you can come back and drop below 11.3, then we might get some decent move back down to 11, and we get some decent move on our PFD shares, where we're short on all of them. Okay, we've got a couple of trade ideas out today. I think one might have been everyone, I'm not sure, but I know one definitely was posting a VIP, and that was Brent. So we'll start off with that. We got that posted out to the VIP guys at 84.27 as a buy, and clearly it's up. So the next question, if any guys in there on the VIP and receive that Brent signal, probably saying, somebody might find a stop. I'm a bit nervous having a stop $1 or so away. It just jumps around so much, well, not quite like the NAS, but it does. You might get stopped out and it goes further up. So I'll leave it in your hands. It's not a wise stop, it's only $2. Maybe shorten the stop by $1. And others raise the stop. What was it before? 82, something or other. Where's he at? 82.12. Maybe make 83.12 or something to at least reduce the risk by half. That's not a bad idea. But if it takes out 86, then you're not clearly get into modifying the profit. What's this? A 15-minute chart. A little bit of resistance on the 15-minute, but I don't think it's going to be major. It might pull back a bit and move up. We'll see. Anyway, at least the bottom line's going. Bloody gas. Oh, sorry. If you see any gas, sorry, shut up. I was just about to say, bloody gas. How would I politely put it? You've done it for me. Yeah. If you say NGAS again, rules of the den, yeah, shut up. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. If it gets to 0, then we can buy it. How's that? We won't be able to sell it there anyway. Well, but anyways, it's working out nice for the Brent one. AUDNZD, I'm not sure, because what I do is I post on the trading support app. You guys are a member of that, but the other presenters are, and the managers are, and the CEO is, and that sort of thing. So they can, share. And what I do is get a signal going, post it on there, and if they're happy or whatever, they post it, and I suggest this can go out to the non-VIP, no, they go out to everybody, sorry. The signals go out to everybody, except the next one will only go to VIP. So let's say 5 signals go out, there might be 1 on the non-VIP, all 5 will always go to the VIP, so make sure the wording's correctly understood. So there'll be someone posting the VIP and not on, below VIP and not on the VIP. They'll always get all of them. It's just reduce the amount of signals on the lower amounts simply because they can't handle it. They bombard us. I can't afford to go for all 3. Which one should I take? And it takes that time to explain. I don't know. I can't say one's going to be good and one's going to be terrible. I thought one's going to be no bloody good. I wouldn't have posted it. So we don't know which one's which. And that's why we reduce the ones that are sent out. So if you can and you want to up it to, hey, it's time to go up now. Hey, want to up it to $2.5 grand or more, just WhatsApp me, put on the group, and you'll get sent to me. I'm going to be honest, that will be for updates, things like that, because I don't post the signals now, because we've got the new WhatsApp system, so you're aware, where they filter out. So if you started with 2.5 and I'm sorry to say, you lost a couple under 2.3, you won't get the signals. So rather put a bit more in, because your bounce got a 2.5, because every day it's filtered out. So I add it to automatically. So the WhatsApp group, or people already members of it, will still get the daily updates. And if you want to be on it, and you got $2.5 grand and more, I'll update you and get the daily updates and the calendar and the rest of that sort of thing. But the signals now will be placed for them to look at. And if they're happy, they will then at office post it out. Post it out with my giving the say so, because they're not licensed to do it, if you see what I mean. So then they'll post it out. So if you guys want to get more signals, you're going to have to increase the funds. Otherwise, you're going to get margin called and that sort of thing. Hope that was clear. Not very well put, but hope that was clear. Well, okay, $12 profit's not too bad. I mean, you showed us this morning your account, so it was, I think it was less than $100. So $12 is 12% on 100. If you got $70, that's about 20%, or 18% or something. So that's pretty damn good. So that you've got to look at the percentage, not the amount. Joe Soap there was $1 million, and he makes 12. He's not very happy. Another guy who's got $100, he's very happy because that's 12%, more the percentage. So that's pretty damn good return. Remember, if you put that in the bank, it takes 2 years to earn that kind of interest. You get the idea. So that's not too bad. Well done, Keone. A little bit going back to the right side. Eh? Okay, so Brent was doing all right. Now we'll look at AUD NZD. That's the signal again sent out today. And quite a few did take it. 707.67, so that's okay. I think it's still a bit early to modify stoppers yet. That's only what 33 and 3, about 36, 37 pips in profit. I'd like to see it settle above 1.08 and start moving up before we get too cute. Stop loss here yet. It's very frustrating to get stopped up out. All right, you don't lose, but maybe 1 round profit on a decent one, because you get stopped out in the noise and it goes on, reaches its destination, not on board. So I know we all get frightened, but some of them are missing out winning trades by getting over frightened and getting the stock modified too damn quickly. And never put it 10 pips. You ought to put it 10 pips rather than take the profit, because you will get stopped out in the noise. Okay, so that's doing okay. So both signals are nicely in profit so far. We'll keep come back to it, see if we can modify later on this session, and maybe the same one on this one. So it's always nice to start on the session, but the two signals working quite well. So it's back to normal this week after yesterday's horrendous bloody carry on. That was one of the worst weeks I've had in a long, long time last week. If I touched it from gold to lead instead of the other way around. Oh God, I think we had one actually that actually did succeed. I think we had about 3 or 4 sent out that didn't, and that's hectic. So but we're back. That's sort of forward, back on track. Good. And it wasn't a bit my fault. That time. Dodge all the responsibility, but I have to blame a hell of a lot on the fundamentals going all over the place. That was completely beyond our control. Nobody can, jumping around the fundamentals. I don't care who you are, that's impossible to control. Okay, yes, you raised it at 313 hit to stop loss. Okay, so you're out of the AUD NZD CHF. Anybody still in those 2 trades? We can relook at them. If no one's still in them, there's no point reviewing them. All out or taken profit or hit your modified SL, and there's nobody in those 2 trades that finally posted. I'll move on to something else, because that's completely pointless discussing 2 trades that nobody's in anymore. Okay. I agree with all of that, Coyote, except for one thing, which probably is a pommy thing, and occasionally doesn't go right. Have a damn good whinge. That I find that helps. Have a damn good whinge, and then release it that way. And then grin like a Cheshire cat, and it goes well there. But we're back on track. Yeah. Okay, so going back to anybody still in NZD or AUD CHF? Anybody still in there? We can review it if you are. If you're not, we'll leave it. I think most of you guys might be out by now. I'm not sure. It's had a pretty good run. Trying to take profit too quickly. That's another problem I've mentioned quite a lot. Guys, especially if you're taking a bit of a knock, you start going in much smaller positions and get so anxious and frightened, you take profit too quick. And that to me, you lost 1,000, now you're going to take 10 years to get it back again. Complete slight exaggeration, because you're going from small, your confidence is shot, and you see a round profit, you take it. And then if it goes against you, you wait till it gets stopped out. So just don't get it too quick. Hey, you should be. I mean, having modified the stop loss. I'm talking about that one, Karen. I'm talking about the one we had out a couple of days ago. I think it was on Tuesday. AUD and the AUD CHF and the NZD CHF. That was on I think it was on the 17th, yeah, 2 days ago. Okay, I mean, don't get out of that one, no. We're discussing modifying, no mind getting out of it. Okay, so I get the feedback. Nobody's in NZD, CHF, or AUD, so one point reviewing it. Just out of interest, the TP AUD was 6228. Then we got there. No, it didn't really get there. Yeah, just got down there. Never mind, you stopped out and you made money. NZD CHF, the stop loss was at the TP was 58.10. I don't think got anywhere near there, but if no one's in it, it doesn't really matter, so we'll leave it. NZD, yeah, 58.60. Did it get there? Might have popped down there. Not quite. It nearly got to the TP. 20 pips to the TP and it bounced. There we are. So it practically got there, which is not bloody bad. Stay myself. Okay, not bad, guys. I'm not sure it was my idea or not, but still it wasn't bad. Pretty good. Okay, right, we'll move along. Clearly, I'm going to jump in now. GBPCH has long been sitting in for a couple of days or so, and that's going nowhere. Every time it goes up, it pops down. Every time it pops down, it goes up, and now it's coming back off again. So that's giving us some serious jib. Probably a go to profit. People so take it and they'll come flying off. That's called Murphy's Law or Sod's Law. Do you indeed? Well, let's have a look. Let's share it with everybody. 15 minutes tells me absolutely squat, excuse me. See a buy, give more information. 1 hour. See the 1 hour I'm jumping to now, it's popped up. Is it going to hold there? Let's go to the 4 hour. It's popped up. It's come back retested on the 4 hour. Is it going to go further up? Weekly. See, the problem is, I think we mentioned it this morning. I know we say it's quite low and it seemed to be holding these areas. Just thinking about, I get that completely. I'm not even disagreeing with you. You might have a point. I'm now going to go onto that. What's making me a little bit nervous, not jumping up and down with grateful glee, is the fact that the yen's still seem to be quite strong. AUD is reasonably strong as well. A bit even Stevens, these two guys. It's still, even though it's a bit of double bottoms and all that, it's still in the sell area. It hasn't exactly, let's go to 15 minutes. It's not exactly shooting the lights out, is it? We'll try the hour. It's even a bit indecisive the last half an hour or so. Let's try the hour. I'm a bit indecisive on that. And I'm thinking I'm just gonna be a bit of a clutch chicken on that one, I think, personally. But I'm not against it. It's not a bad idea. I just don't find this exciting enough for me to say I'll put my name to it and get it sent out. He's just asked me, will it be possible? I just told him, if you got 2.5, with pleasure. If you haven't got, well, no. Now, guy's just come on and he says, can you put me on the VIP group even though I haven't got the money? Because I'm pretty broke right now and I want to see how it works. Well, then everybody will be on it and see how it works. You know, and he wants to experience it. Well, everybody wants to experience it. I'm in the TR now, so I can't reply. It's just a bit irritating, actually. Silly thing to say. Anyway, I'll move on. Well, why put him on? What about everybody? Stop the 2.5. Everyone's on it. What the hell, you know? No, that's the idea. I can't afford the Ferrari. I want to see how it works. Will you let me in a bit broke now to buy it? Will you give it to me a hundredth of the cost? Well, no. Okay. AUD, JPY. Anybody want to do this one? 115 minutes. Look at JPY in 115 minutes. I'm not sure. Sorry about that. What do you mean by that? Oh, 15-minute time frame, beg your pardon. I should have thought of that, of course, typo. I do a hell of a lot of them. I should have thought of that. Sorry, beg your pardon. Okay, yeah, we looked at 15-minute, not 15 minutes, about 2 minutes ago, and a bit of indecision there. Is he going to bounce up or is he going to come back? I haven't a clue. I'm just not that confident personally to go on long yet, but yes, it's still a bit strong for the moment, as we see when the Canadians came off quite a bit of the last trade, which is a bit of a no-no. Yeah. I'm not that confident, but I could be wrong, as we said before. Anybody keen on this? KO and he's going to leave it. What about you, Anna Marie? You keen? Anybody want to? No problem, Bunty. Come in when you can. Traffic and all sorts of other hassles. Sometimes you get a load shedding. No problem. As long as you made us the main thing. Nice bear then went away, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I had to go in, Anna Marie or whoever suggested it, yeah, it's Anna Marie who suggested it. I would go along if I had to, but I don't have to. So I'm going to sit this one out and check it out. Might get a worse price, but I just need a bit more confidence to chase it. Okay. All right. Babas. I've got the alarm just to remind me it's coming up to 1:30. We look GBP CHF jumping around, getting quite frustrated with it. Got quite a few shares to look at just now, so just hang on for that. Anything else to update? You're still in? US dollars are an S&P. Remember I said move stop loss to entry if you're in those. I'll start with the S&P. Yeah, I think you're in just under 4,000, so you should move your stop to, I think exactly where it was. Give me a moment. 3980 or something. 3982. So you're at 3982. And I've mentioned earlier on, if anyone took it, to modify the stop loss. It's still about 100 pips below that. Maybe you can move it a little bit further down. I don't know if anyone's in it or took it. I know a couple of guys did, because I wouldn't have had it written down if you didn't. But if you did take it, and yeah, modify again your stop loss to 3950, and at least you're building some profit. I think a couple of guys did the dollar round. I'm not sure who did, and that's doing pretty well. I said those can afford the margin, etc., and the cost. But I said are likely with the Eskom problems and the guys not happy with the future of the country economically, and they might even downgrade us to a further lower level of a junk interest rate. That was, I thought it was decent, probably went up, and it certainly went in the favor. Okay, so anybody took that trade? We didn't post it because of the costs and the rest of it. We might change your mind, but it'll only ever be the VIP 50 points for the lower income groups, because they're lower balance groups, because clearly they won't be able to handle it. Yeah, got in just below 17 and it's in a bit of a profit. I think you can put your stop loss at break even if you took that one. Okay, so yeah, so if you're in it and you miss that, we'll go back in. If you're not in it and don't care, don't want to waste your time going stuck in on it, because it's pointless. Okay, I'm just saying those are two more for the trading room. A couple of guys took, they're doing pretty damn well. Okay, right. What's this one? US dollar, Swiss franc. We had a sell on that. I think it TP. Yeah, that hit the TP. So that was pretty good. Weekly, it looks like it's broken through and then came back and tested it. Is it going to continue down? To me at the moment, more the Swiss franc depends on the dollar. What's the dollar doing? Dollar's hovering just above 102, 102.2, by the way. It's hovering. I'm not sure. If I'm going to buy the dollar, I'd rather it's slightly weaker currency than the Swiss franc, to be honest. That's why I did sell the dollar. And I decided to sell the dollar, particularly against this one, because this one is normally it's been quite strong. And it did turn out that way. I'm a bit nervous to buy it now. I still think this could be a dollar retracement. I think it's going to be a little bit of time before the dollar recovers to be particularly strong. It's going to hover around a bit and then might even be under a bit weaker, to be honest. So I'd be a little bit wary of buying it against the Swiss franc. That's just my take. But that's on the weekly, I hear you. Technically speaking, on the daily, see what I mean? Is it testing? A few sellers came in. 4 hourly. I think I certainly want more confirmation of the DXY. and the candlestick on the technical, so I bought that personally, but that's just my view. Anybody disagree and see this as a buy? See a couple of guys disagreeing the NZD, USD, and the CAD JPY today, and one's about even Steve, the other one probably wish you hadn't disagreed, but still, a couple have disagreed and worked out quite nicely. So yeah, who'd want to buy this one? Yeah, so again, okay, because remember you are selling the Swiss franc if you go along on this one. Okay, so we're agreed on that, Brady. Okay, I know the JPY is a bit strong at the moment, but I still think the CHF JPY might be setting it up for some possibility. No, it's not really, no. Just want to check to see it pull back much, and maybe we can get another long. We got a long out of it the other day, and I think it just hit a stop or something, and then screamed up, and actually in the end hit the TP. If the stop had been about 5 pips lower, we would have been stopped out, to be honest. But some guys had a slightly wider stop despite that, and then they came up and they had a big smile on their face. Well, some guys did pretty well with it. But yeah, I think we'll just keep all 5 of that at the moment, see how the Japanese yen turns out. Having said that, kind of like Tyson Fraser, yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah. I always say I want to have a lightweight and heavyweight in the ring, not 2 heavyweights or 2 lightweights. You get the idea. Okay, still think we find the Euro JPY now on the Euro CHF. I think we've got one out on that one. That's the point. Hey, we've got one out on that already. 1.1. No, yeah, 1. What did we get? Was it 1 on the dot, wasn't it? Euro CHF. Yeah, 1 on the dot. 1.0. That's clearly a nice profit. Anybody still in there? If not, I won't start advising you to obviously modify stop loss, or suggesting it anyway. If nobody's in that anymore, it would be a pointless exercise. Anybody still in it? Okay, because if you're still in it, clearly modified because you made a nice profit. And it's come out. You might have been stopped out because it came. What are we on now? Came right down to 98.76, which is about 130 odd pips in profit. So some guys, I think, might have modified to 99 and got stopped out in a handsome profit. Okay, so nobody's in that anymore. Okay, well, just put a couple of ticks so I don't keep going back to them. Don't want to waste your time. So tick that one. Tick that one. And yeah, so we pick that one, and Euro CHF ticket, and dollar, right? Okay, that's fine. Right, just going to switch over now to the NAS, see what's going to happen on there. Okay, I'm just going to see markets opening. If you don't mind, hang on a couple of moments, Andrew. I can do that in a minute, with pleasure. Wait for the NAS. Happy New Year. A little bit of I've got 15 minutes, make it a little bit clearer. Just remind me just now, Bundy, yeah. Got a couple other people might like it to learn from that as well. It won't take long, won't hold you guys up. Just see what's happening. Now give it a moment or two, and then we can shift to these shares. Pretty damn easy, actually, what to show you. People are asking on the live chat. Well, I can't show them the live chat, but it's quite narky. You need to come into the Zoom to do it, or go into the platform training or any of the classes, and they'll show you quickly. On here, it's easy. Right, okay, it seemed to start to pop up. Dollars come off a bit. It's surprising. And yeah, I understand. The yields are up a little bit and then they come off. We'll see. I think this is like the Dow mentioned earlier on, probably a opening up, profit taking, bounce before it might settle down and come off again. We shall see anyway. But remember, like I mentioned before, if some people might have heard this, this is the spot market that opens up when it jumps around. And you have these futures markets goes around the clock except the weekends. Now you've got a lot of guys who are waiting for 4:30 opening to either exit their trade or open a new one. That's why you get some funny jumping around the beginning. It's nothing to do with whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, unless it's major. Then, of course, it's a different story. So something major happened, it'll open a big gap up or a big gap down. But normally it's just basically new guys just getting quickly in and out because they couldn't do before. A bit like the share market, wait for 4:30 to do your thing. So let it settle down for a minute or so, and then we can start checking any action on our shares. Remember, we're in Apple, and we got, let me get the details out. I've got it down for 135.69. Well, clearly that's in a profit. Don't move your stop, by the way, it's far too close to that. Okay, happy, Henry? Yeah. You got that. Good. Right. So don't move your stop now. $1 ain't going to cut it, but at least it's $1 on the right side. So the guys who took that had the signal, because this is what the signal said. If you took a different price, that's your choice. But the signal said 135.69, and it come off $1, which is okay. It's going in the right direction. See how it goes from here. The next one on the list was Amazon. Where's Amazon? Here we are. Right next door to it. Just let me get the deals. 96.33. Yeah, literally by coincidence, exactly. It's come off of about $1 so far. It's been up and down, the noise, you know what it's like. But at least for this particular moment, it's a bit of a profit. Good stuff. Getting back on track here, guys. What was the next one? Google, I think it was. Google, I keep calling it. I think it's about the same. Yeah, 91.05. That's slightly up, but that could easily come off again. As you can see, already it's jumping around. It opened down actually, so it has profit and then branched up again. So that's a bit of noise. It's only about 80 cents away from entry, so we might come right with that. That's fine. S stop. More bloody like it. Okay, like a kid at candy shop in the sea trade go, right? Tell you. Don't know why, I've seen that quite a lot, hey? Should be used to it by now. 353 we got in as a short. It's now 347. So clearly you are 6 shares or just under $6 to the good. That is looking pretty damn nice. If it can come down maybe another $4 or $5, hopefully, maybe you can move your stop to entry, 353. But don't get it too close. You don't get stopped out and then you make no money when you could make more. So leave the stop for the moment. Hopefully it comes off another, shall we say another $4 or $5, then you can get your stop to entry and sleep easy on it. Okay, so that's doing nicely. Is Google coming right? No, so Google's the only one slightly in arrears. The other two, we looked at them as slightly in profit, and this one's nicely in profit. Next on the list was sort of mixed up. Sorry, Ford. Ford's doing okay. Hey, you're feeling a bit happier now, Mrs. Panabel. Hey, yeah, getting very, very worried, weren't you? And now see, you've got to understand the noise and how it works. Not panic too much. Stick with it, and you won't panic in the right position. So now it's nicely in profit. Hope it continues. Remember that, hey? You're getting a bit worried. Can you not hear me, guys? Because Guy just posted he can't hear me. I'm not sure it's this side.
I can hear you, Rod.
Okay, thank you, Fine. So it's your side. Sorry, if you can't hear me, unfortunately, it's your side. Okay, great. So it's looking okay. Coney, GS did me what? Did me it. I went from 103 to $34. All nice work is undone. If you go in one instrument from 103 to 34, and that's your balance $100, you lost 70% on one instrument. Clearly, that was before you learned about volume position sizing. Never let that happen again. You know, I mean, the world norm is 2%, but that's usually for big accounts. But even in small accounts, I think anything bigger than 10% is overexposed. And that's for tiny accounts. 70% is ridiculous. Please don't ever do that again, Keone. You're a quick learner. You're doing just fabulous. Don't do that again. But and it wasn't Jess's fault. It was your volumes are completely incorrect. That's how you learn. Hope we'll get it back. Okay. Right. So FDOT's being okay, so that's looking nice. What's the next on the list? I think it's Meta and Microsoft. Where's Meta and Microsoft? Got it written down here. Ah, here we are. Meta and Microsoft. What do we get on Meta? I think it's about 136 something like that. Meta, that's in profit about $2 a share. So that's looking okay. Even though it's popped up, it's still a couple of dollars share, so good. Microsoft so we got 242 on Microsoft, 242. Can't read the writing, so to make it a bit clearer. 242, and that one now is a nice one. That's a good guy. We've done, it's about the third time we did this one. So far it's been pretty good. The other two are winners. We don't jump the gun. We haven't won yet, but we're certainly $8 a share, $8 a share in profit. I think that's pretty damn good. Yeah, Tony. I'm sorry to make it loud in front of everybody, but I'd rather do it that way because a lot of time for you. I think you're a quick learner. Your learning curve has been one of the quickest I've come across in the short time you've been with us. And so we don't want to make a mistake again. Call that school fees and learn from Kearney. Do not get that kind of loss of one. If someone says, I'm not touching that and they lost all my money on it, my first question is why we were overexposed. Very strong man. Okay, just so you know. Right, so they're looking okay. The only one slightly in arrears is Google, and it's not exactly a heck of a lot, it's only about 80, 90 cents. Yeah. I'm not saying anything I haven't done myself before. Till that time was about 17, 18 years ago. I lost 40,000 Rand in about 24 hours, or slightly more than that. It was on the share as well, Simmers and Jack, never forget it. And took me a couple of days to get over the mental knock. I mean, I really was down, and not just the money. Luckily, I had a couple of bucks, but more the self-hatred happened to me being so daft. You know, that's what knocks you in the head. You feel all right, bloody idiot. Life said, I've got a complete tip. So excuse my language, a complete fool. Anyway, okay, so there we are. We'll come back to them just now. We reviewed those. It seemed to be okay, and only one slightly in arrears, but it's not much. I just want to look at Tesla and Netflix. Is any chance there? If you've got guys, got any free margin left of all these trades, eh? Yeah, I think it might be setting up for a sell on this one. I want it to go up a bit. Maybe we can get, if you can go up, what's the NASDAQ? If you can go up another $1, we can look at a sell on this one. If it doesn't, we might have to chase these levels. Difficult to call. So going back to Tesla, keep an eye, guys, on the NASDAQ. It comes off in Tesla. We can look at it, but maybe squeeze a better price. We might risk missing it. If we put the stop, I want a wider stop. Tesla, we got stopped out last time. It would have been a winning trade. This is a high. That's my fault. Highly volatile stop. Stop on this need to be tighter than the norm. Normally, you can do 4, 5, 6 stop loss at the $130 share. This one is hell of a volatile. So I think at least about $10 stop. That's the only thing. Yeah, I think at $10, if you want to take it, you might want to get a better price, which means well, at least 16, 17 profit. No, we'll certainly get it there. So anyone like I think leave it, Ron Dealey, leave it. Swiss is quite strong. It's a bit oversold to sell it, and I'm not that confident to sell the Swiss franc or buy the dollar, so I'm going to leave it alone personally. We can come back if you want. Yeah, we can jump around. That's the noise, Pete. You know, profit, that's fine. Let it run around a bit. Okay, 10.95 is what we're in. Absolutely get there. Okay, where were we? Yeah, Tesla. Right. Anyone to take it, or you want to get a better price? We need about a $10 stop. So it's $10 shares your risk. Remember, if you want to risk $15, you go 1.5. You get the idea. Anybody like to do it, or you want to miss it, or you like to do it, haven't got enough free margin, leave it. Anybody want me to put out the figures on this one? And if you get 2 people to do it, we'll call it a trade idea. Brady, I don't blame you. Okay, we've got quite a few out, might be a bit new. So this is quite one of the more volatile ones. That's why I wear a stop. Nobody keen. Okay, the other one looked at Netflix was probably because Netflix is doing well. To short Netflix might be a little bit jumping the gun. It's clearly one of the few in the strong areas, and I'm not keen on buying. I'm going to sell it, by the way. So I'm wondering just a little bit. I'm getting a bit cute there. Now I think I'm getting a bit cute. I think it's due for a pullback, but you know, say don't catch a falling sword, well, don't try to stop a rising sword. Okay, so yeah, Anna Maria, I don't blame you. Ash can do some funny things. Okay, to me, it's a bit like the GBP as a currency, a bit of a maverick. Okay, so we'll leave these things, putting it out there. Netflix, I'm suggesting leave it. Maybe overbought, possible sell, but it's no, not a clever idea. Going against the trend, leave it. One of the few might still pop up. Okay, where were we? So that's a lot I've got at the moment going forward. We've got quite a few trades out, so we can't say it's boring. And let's look at gold. No, gold popped down. I don't know if anybody went back in again when it went up and then stopped out. The profit came back to 1900 odd and popped up again. But don't chase it now. Leave it. Some guy that's still in it should be happy again. So that's the lot I've got at the moment. Any other trade suggestions? If not, I will just quickly run Billy show us out the charts. Any other trades? BA for a buy. We've got more nerve. Bloody hell. God, you got more nerve than me. I've had that. Chasing it here. I'm going to chicken out on this one. Be honest, Anne-Marie. I might be wrong. Here, I probably chickened out and you said it around these levels here, and he went up. Said these levels here, and you went up. I thought he might even around these levels here come off a bit, and it's just rising. But I think it's going to battle this stone to go back up. So, what's the range? Let's just might going to do it. Might actually not more like it, not maybe not so dumb. This is very, very aggressive to do it. Take a range up there. There's been this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 weeks be in that range. If you're going to do it, $4 stop and maybe just over $8 TP. Highly aggressive. Anybody want to do it? It's not so bad. Now look at it if you're looking at a range trade. 15 minutes on a share is far too small. It's all currency, no amount of share. But yeah, it could continue down anything. But if you want to do a range trade on that as a buy, put a $4 stop, $8 TP there. You are $4 a share. I'm suggesting guys who haven't traded before or not used to it, either very, very aggressive. I ain't going to do it. I'm just throwing it out there. It's a choice you want. $83.5. Not sure what we're talking about. Oh, the NZDJPY FTSE. I've been going on about the BA. Sorry, guys. FTSE for a sell. Beg your pardon. FTSE for a sell. Beg your pardon. Yeah, I agree with the sell on that. We talked about it yesterday. Wanted a bit of confirmation. We're checking out. I don't know why. Where is it now? We're on the 15-minute there. We want to go to the daily. Yeah, and what's the NAS doing is because I tend to follow the American markets. Any bouncing coming in, all the Swiss S&P. That's still holding down. Where's the NAS? Start to move back down again. Yeah, I'm just about like this. Stop up here. It's quite a wide stop, guys. It's going to be about a $14. Sorry, 140 pips, about $14. It's going to be the risk, but you need it. But I'll put it up if those can afford it. I'd be quite like it. Sell the rally. You might get a better price. If you want to wait for a better price, you might miss it. Silly problem. Let's put it up there. Yeah, a little bit more blind. We can do it. There we are. And then the TP we can take down to here. That's 75.28. But you're talking $300 a micro. And wants to do the FTSE. You might leave the stop there. If it bounces 50, 60 pips, obviously you reduce your risk and you increase your TP quite a bit. But there it is if you want to enter now. Jifra. Do you want to enter now, or do you want to wait? You know, you can wait for better price. You might not get it. Remember that. You might, and then you won't be on board. That's your choice. But whatever you get, if I hire enough, that's where the stop is and the TP. On board. Anybody else? I'll move on. Okay, you need to put it up. There you go. Sorry, NZDJPY. NZDCH. That's the wrong one then. So you want to buy it? Yeah, I get the fact it's in the sell zone, but I have to say, in all honesty, NZD is a pretty stable, pretty good. Doesn't have some of the hassle that AUD has, so it's pretty stable there. Never mind the Prime Minister, that's not the biggest issue. Didn't really react too much, or maybe it did. Look at that. But yeah, where's the stop though? 25, 30, 40, 50, 60. Can have a wide stop. If we can have it down here for the stop, you're talking about 100 pips stop, then you need at least 150, 160 TP up to there. Oh, you certainly get the risk reward. Maybe put the TP there. Yeah, you get a 2-to-1 there. That's all the weekly. Seems to be holding there. How far away is that? It's only 75 pips away. That'll cover the stop, will cover that. 4 hours not really getting going. That's my only little bit of doubt coming in here. It's not like a 5-minute chart, only much difference, but 4 hours. Tried it, no follow through either direction. Again, so far today, 16 hours old, not much follow through. I like the trade, I'll be honest with you, but I'm not that convinced on the 4 hour, but otherwise I do quite like it. If it had pulled back in the buy zone, I wouldn't hesitate to push it harder, because in the sell zone, I think I'll just wait a bit more, see a bit more strength. But that's my opinion. Brady, you happy? You go for it. I'll put up R up. Anyone likes it, I'll put the R up with pleasure. Unless you can do it yourself. Yeah. You want to go for it? I'll put it up with pleasure. But yeah. But I'm gonna sort of sit this one out personally. But if anyone else wants it, there you are. I'm taking it down there. TP. In fact, make it wider. Now, don't even. It's probably only going to be too expensive to go in there. It'll be there. 84.22. There's 84 on the dot. There we are. 84. Only 134, so make it slightly wider. Get it out the way down here. There we are. It's out the way, and it hasn't been there since the October, November, December, January, over 3 months ago. I personally, I think I'm going to sit this one out, but it's not a bad one, Greg, if you want it. Anyone else wants it. Okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. No problem with that. Anyone to join him? Half an hour, half later. Anyone to join him on this one? Don't let me being a chicken put you off. Nobody else. Okay, I won't write down. I need to put my look at it. You know the score. Okay. Hi there. Hi there. How can I help you? I just got in. Just got into what? Sorry, guys. Can you feed information? Because people say, I don't think the guy the other day called up and say, there's something wrong with my trade. You know, what trade? And didn't even give the name of the person calling me up. It's your first time. I have a problem with that. Do you mean first time here, first time trading room, first time in NZDJPY, or it's your first trade? What do you mean? If you're not specific, I might get the wrong stick and give the wrong answer. Hi, I just got in. It's my first time. Got into what? The trading room? Oh, your first trade. That's what I want, everyone. Which trade was that? Don't forget, speed things up by chatting away. You know, you're unmuted, so you can always chat or speed things up. Because otherwise, you know, you're just trying to get the information. It's taking a bit of time. Oh, you got to run. Okay, Henny, fair enough. Catch you later on. Because I don't know what trade you're in. I'm glad you're in the first time. I hope it goes well. But what trade you went? Yeah, just deposit 500. Okay, so you got a minimum amount in there, and hopefully it's no bigger than 0.01. So I'd like to know how we go about it. Now, I'm absolutely confused. You did a trade, and you didn't tell me which. It's students for the first time, and you want to know how to go about it. But if you're in the trade, you'll know how to go about it. Sorry, confusing the hell out of me at the moment. I need specific information so I can assist you. I've just got into my first trade. It was a euro dollar. I got into 0.03 on a 5-1 leverage. Oh, I know. You're overexposed. You know, that's something. I've got information to tell you. Other than I'm completely advising blind. So have you gone into a trade? Yes or no? We'll start off with that. That's all. I need information. Sorry, it's can't hold the whole class up. Was I, trying to pull it out of you, Oh, you haven't got it. You said you're into. It's my first trade. Okay, so you want to know how to get into a trade. Well, then you need to go to platform training. What we do in the trading room, we need to have the basics, which you do the classes, and then you come in and you do the practical areas, interaction, and you have to know how to use the platform. We can't place the order for you. We can give you signals. We've got to know how to place it. I'm not going to hold up the experienced trading room guys to go and teach you platform training now. That's done at 6:30 by people specifically to do that job. Okay, so if you haven't done the trade, if you don't know how to operate the platform, then you need to obviously, know how to go to platform training. And then, what trade are you in right now? If you know how to operate the platform, we don't have one for you right now, I'm afraid. And maybe we can look at Google or something, but maybe not 5 and around. You're very limited. So probably start off with maybe a gold or a Forex trade just to get the hang of it. But if you suggested 6:30 this evening, you go to platform training and make sure you know how to operate it. And then you can help. Nice one, Pete. Yeah, sometimes you feel like, because you say, we don't want to people get, I'll be a little bit careful. But brilliant. I remember for me, my first time, I was 5 years of age. The trouble, I don't like slightly vulgar, I don't handle it. Trouble is I don't remember too much about it because I was too pissed at the time. Go up, Roger. Come on, let's move on. Platform training. And if you can't operate the platform, you don't know a lot size or anything, you've got to get those basics before you get too complicated here. Okay. All right. Any other trades to look at, or can I quickly show Wandili how to set up the charts? Thanks. Thank you, class. Thank you. Hey, great stuff. Right. Okay. What you do, you click anywhere on the chart, not all the noises, but clear a blank space. You right click. Okay. With me, Wandili? You still there? Yeah. You'll learn all that in classes. Okay. I can't give you a training. This is for trading. You've got to know what the moving average is, what they mean, various indicators, what the candlesticks. That is when you go to your classes. The CFD classes go to tech analysis and specified as well on CFDs, which is shares. And they do Forex, I'll show you about leverage instruments and leverage, what it means, how to work out that sort of thing. And those basics. Once you got that and not operate the platform, then we can help in the trading room. Otherwise, all the traders, they're going to be held up while you get trading. And if you haven't got a program, an educational program, you get free trading here. We're saying to all the guys who bought the program, they'll say, why did I pay for it? So if you haven't got the program, somebody on here, or somebody will send it to you basically, or I can put you in touch with somebody who will. But you need to have the basics. Okay, makes sense. Okay, right, all right. So you right click and you go to the properties at the bottom. Simple as that. Okay. Okay, right, you got that? So I'm still giving you that. Mark Peter made brilliant, brilliant, love it. Yeah. Right. Sorry, excuse me. And then you've got to decide, some people like a black background, white foreground, or vice versa. So if you like your background black, clearly you click on there and you tick the black color, and vice versa on the foreground. Obviously the camouflage otherwise. Do you prefer the white background? Because if you do, just follow these colors here. Make sure the bar up is black. This is the black, so you can see it clearly. The bar down black, like I've got, see it clearly. Bull candle, I made it a lawn green. That's, there you are. The bear candle, obviously red. Line chart, make that black so you can see that side. Volumes of where that doesn't matter. Bid price red, ask price green, last price line black. Stop levels, if you have them, red. That's when you put on the stop levels, but don't worry about too much otherwise. Okay, once you've done that, okay, we'll just do it the other way around. Okay, make sure your colors, you can see them. And you can see in the example there as well, if it looks okay, if it doesn't, you can change the colors. Once you've done that, clearly you okay it. But before you do it, make sure you got your moving averages on there. Okay. Okay, I've got to go to a trade idea now. So make sure you get moving averages there, and then quickly right click and then go to templates, save the template. So if you lose your charts, you can just go to templates and there it's saved, so you can reactivate them again. Okay, it's not very difficult. Play around that basis till you get comfortable with it and just save it. If you want to save one with other indicators, you can save it again. Look at mine, I've got quite a few saved. Save as many as you like. There you are. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 saved. So you don't have to just stick to one. Okay, but that's all clear. Straightforward as that, not difficult. Eh? All right, German 30. Some people call it the DAX, just so you know. Is it, can we get a better price? We want to sell it. Okay, we're happy on that one. We want to sell it. Maybe get a better price on the 4 hour. Maybe we can get it here. You might miss missing a silly problem. Maybe get it 15,000. Being as it May, you want to stop up here. Make about the 10-day moving average. Make it up there. It's probably easier. So you will need about 16 bucks in 16 US dollars in your account. So you will need to be able to handle a $16 risk if you want to do it. I don't know what your account size is, but a $16 risk. I'll show what I mean. Might be around to you. One slightly out of the way, and the TP put down here, a bit like the FTSE, eh? 146.20. Oh yeah, plenty of risk to reward. There you are. 300 bucks a micro. So you need about 5K in your account, or you're going to be overexposed. So that's your choice knowledge. If you've got 5K or more, guys, if you like the trade, fair enough. You might want to say, I like it, but I might get a bit of a bounce to get a better price. But it's broke through the round figure 15,000. And I see downside. We'll go back to the NAS quickly, just have a look. It seems to be rapidly break through 11.3, but as you can see on the 15 minutes, it's just trying to come off. It's not getting sustained move up. So I see, as I said before, sell the rally. Go back to German 30. Okay, you with me? German 30 for you. And yeah, so if you like it. Did the FTSE just now? No particularly keen. If you want the German 30, you can. Either way, it's pretty similar, short the rally. If you're happy with that. But don't forget, if you've got less than 5 grand, I suggest leave it. Stop's too wide for you. The cost of a micro is too high, I mean. Any comments, knowledge? While she's thinking about the answer to that, Wandili, did you get that? You know how to set the charts up and save it now? Are you okay with that? Brilliant. Okay. She wanted it. We ordered it. Are you okay with that? Fine. Okay, I'm just going to move that quickly so for chat to everyone. Just going to quickly do the DXY and copy and paste for you guys. I'm sure somebody there hasn't got it, just in case. Won't take 2 seconds. Make sure you got the DXY saved and the economic fundamentals. Keep that saved as well. Don't forget you can filter it. I think I might have missed a couple on it. It's up to you, but anyway, there's the stuff for you. There you are. Right, okay, so we can move on from that. Let's just see if we're getting any movement on Apple and Amazon. Bit quiet. I'll do 50, it's a bit clearer. Yeah, it's hobbling a bit, it's a bit quiet. And then AUD, NZD, that's doing okay. Let's go back to this one then. Right, we've got to stop. We've got the signal, those who took it. Obviously, don't touch it if you got. I see guys say modify, they go and buy it or sell it. I don't know what to do. They do some funny things sometimes. Don't touch it if you already got it. Where are we now? AUD, down now. Only this morning. Got quite a few out. Here we are. No, we didn't. AUD, AUD, where is it? Oh, got it. Sorry, beg your pardon. Right, we got it. 1.0767. So clearly that's 40 pips away. I think that's good enough if you want. If you don't want it, it's up to you. You might, I don't want to risk rolling by the stop. I'm in for a long run. But yeah, it actually popped up quite nicely. Sure. One stage is up, well, there's only 5 pips. Okay. Of course, a 15-minute chart. Sorry. Yeah, I think you modify the stop to enter. Anybody in this trade? I got in at the signal price. Remember, if you got higher the signal price, don't touch the stop, it'll be too close. If you got in the signal price at 0767, you can modify if you like, maybe to 3 pips above to cover costs, and then you're protected. You're in there, Nick. Okay. So you can modify now, at least you're protected, and it's far enough away, you got a bit of leeway for the noise, and hope it's going to go a bit further. All cool with that? All got that? Can we go over it again? Okay, you all got that, so we'll move on. Okay, Brent, can we do anything with Brent? Anything happening on Brent? I hope it was up 86 at one stage, so it might be start taking it out. Not yet, but anyway. We got 84.40 on, didn't we? Yeah, 84.27. It's $1.40 away. That's not bad, actually. Okay, doing okay. Those who received the Brent signal are in it. We got into 84.27. I think it's not going to be too soon to maybe put it up to 84.30, 84.3. So at least you're protected if you want to do that. And if any of the guys receive that signal or in it, might want to do that. Happy? Happy, guys?
Yes, thank you.
You got it. Fantastic, finally. Great. As a new person, Dieter, you just joined us now. Are you trading at the moment? So you just see a new name on there. You got it. Fantastic. Okay. Maybe do something else, Dieter. Okay. Maybe a bit shy. Maybe leave it there. Okay, not a problem. Right. Where were we? Yeah. So at least the two trades today are doing okay. The other ones we've sort of finished with for the moment. So we're all out of the previous ones. So no point going back over that. But it's not looking too bad. So we'll go through the shares again if you're happy with that. Let's see. Amazon was the next one we wanted to look at. Apple's down $1. Amazon's down, let's see, where's Amazon now? 97.60. That's where we got in at. 94, that's down $3. Amazon's doing quite nicely. You need to there, I've got another name, Kagota, if that's pronounced properly. You need to do that, yeah. You need the basics, otherwise you're going to get a hell of a confused. Okay. Platform trading, prioritize that. Then do a couple of CFD clouds or whatever is necessary. You know, we've got an idea what's going on. That is a few forex, and they cover things like technical analysis in there. You'll have the basics, and then we can enhance. Hopefully, your skills coming in here, and then you'll hopefully take off from there. Great. Okay, brilliant. Now, yeah, so Amazon's $3 is probably a bit too close to modifiers yet, but at least it's going in the right direction. So $1 up there. $3 up on that one. Now we're going to look at the next one on the list. Was actually F-stock. That's right. F-stock was the next. It's about the same as it was just now. Eh? Hardly moved. Anyway, it's still in profit. I still think it's a bit early to move the stop. Maybe if it drops below 12, we can move the stop down to entry, and then hopefully it continues to run down and just far away from the noise of the up and down to stop you out before it goes to target if it gets there. Okay, so that's doing okay as well. What's the other one? Google. It's still slightly in the red. 91.05 was the entry, but it's starting to come right. So the actually came right a few minutes ago. It's popped up a bit, but it's starting to try to come right. So there's no problems there. And then we go to GS. That's doing pretty well for 353. It's okay that we've stopped pretty close. At least you're at the moment you're about $5 in profit or just under. So let that run a bit more. I hope that continues. Meta, it was 136 something or other. Meta. Where is Meta? 136, yeah. So we're just over $1. Not much, because it's popped up a little bit in the last half an hour or so. But it has popped up about 2.7. Pretty good. Nearly $4 per share in profit. Anyway, it's still in. Hopefully it'll hold on and come right. Okay, and Microsoft, really fine. I think we start moving the stop down now, guys. $10 is fine. It's just so the stop was on where's Microsoft? Was 246, got in 242. So if you got in around about the 240, anywhere above 240, you can move it down to your entry and protect yourself because you're in a beautiful profit at the moment. Okay, guys, you got that? If anything you missed, just tell me and I can go over it again.
Roger, is there a possibility to re-enter GS?
I'm sorry, it's not a really, sorry about that, it's not very clear, the audio. Say that again, sorry, Fanny.
What's the possibility of re-entering again GS?
Entering it again. It's a bit low. I see some more downside, but I'm sure I'd like to chase it now, to be honest. I prefer to chase it above the 350 mark. 351, maybe, what's this, 50 million now? Sorry. Yeah, I prefer to chase it somewhere around this sort of level here. I'm not sure I'll be chasing it now, although it looks like more downside to attack this previous resistance. It's now support. Could be more downside. Could come all the way back here. I don't know. I think it might be chasing it a little bit here, to be honest. Okay, thanks for the question there. I'll just come to that in a minute. Sorry, Fani, it's up to you. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I need to chase it now.
No, I didn't
Okay.
take it yesterday because I was afraid of overexposure. So
Okay.
no, it's fine. Not a problem. I will not enter it now.
Okay, not a problem. But the other ones you're in, are you doing okay on them?
Yes, absolutely. And that's why I was thinking I'm in a better position to take this trade.
Oh, I see. Okay, brilliant. That's great to hear. Fantastico. Do you hear that, guys? Trading was not so bad after all. Fantastico. Yeah. Good. Okay. Yes, next one. We talked about Metro Microsoft just now. Oh, yeah, sorry. AUDNZD. I don't know what price you got in because some people get a different price as signal. So I just glibly put an entry. I'm assuming you got the signal price. So what price do you get in on, Yulin? What price do you get in on? I think leave the stop for the moment. If it takes out 12, you can stop to maybe just below entry. But I think just leave it for the moment. We want to keep a bit of width for the noise. It'll get stopped out and then it goes on the target, you're not on board. So I think just let it run. You're in a profit and see if we get some more downside. Okay, that's my opinion anyway. What price you get in? I need to know what price you got in, so see if whether worth modifying the stop. Because I suggested modify the stop to entry, assume you went in the signal price. So I need that information if you can like print it, yeah. Remember, because I can't work blinds, I need information. You see that he's a bit hesitant to give me that information. I can't advise you, and I need information to advise. So I've done that before. I said modify the entry, you got the signal, and they chased it way above, modified the entry about 2 or 3 pips away from it, and wonder why they got stopped out. You know, so I need this. Jacob, I'm not talking about form, I'm trying to talk about AUDNZD. AUDNZD, what price did you get in on? Okay, Anne-Marie, good stuff. Catch you tomorrow. Okay, you got in at 1.0768. Well, that's fine. That's not bad. Oh, Nick got in there. So, 68. You both got in. Oh, that's great. You got in round about the signal. Just what was that signal again? Bloody marvelous. Well done. You got in the signal. A lot of people chase it. Don't do that unless it's a better price. Then absolutely brilliant. Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, I suggest then, like I mentioned earlier on, move to cover your costs. So you can put it up to 1.0770, 1.0770, but you didn't get in the trade. You did enter, but I did not enter. I'm going slightly crazy here. If you didn't enter, there's not much point in modifying the stop loss, is there? No, sorry. Okay, right, you got in at that. So I suggest, Ulan, you modify to 1.0770. Fantastic, Tony, no problem there. Movement to protect profits, absolutely, it's doing brilliant, yeah. Okay, so I hope you got that, Ulan. Got it, fantastic. A big response, although I'm not sure you are not. Fantastic. So at least you're protected on that trade, okay? You're nicely in profit. I hope you're happy with that. And if you start moving up a bit more, modify a bit, and who knows, we might even get to target. It'd be nice if you suddenly wake up and it's not there anymore because it hit your TP. Yeah, that'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Where is the TP anyway? It's at 1.0930. So there's a bit of way to go, but another 125 pips to get there. But hey, it'd be nice to get there. So let's see if we can do that. Okay, so let it run, and now at least you're protected if something goes wrong. Fantastic. Okay, good. Anything else, guys? Any other trades you want to look at? Anything you want to go back and recheck again, or modify, or anything you're not sure of? Or like finally said, could we enter this one now, and then I can see whether it's worth it or not. I hope nobody took the CAD JPY trade this morning. Wouldn't be happy. Oh, Google, it's just hovering. Oh, I see what you mean. You mean, so I'm being a bit daft there. You mean, could you enter it? Yes, you could. If you want to enter Google, absolutely. It's a slightly better price. GBP CHF will do in a minute. Do Google first. Right. I'm assuming you're not in Google. So I give all the information, the guys are already in. So, you know, you've got to be clarity what you want to do. I'm assuming you'd like to maybe enter into Google. Is that correct? A yes or a no would do. Yes, great. Okay, well, I'll put the details up for you now. Where's Google? Where is Google? Okay, you can go net market. So I'll put it 91.60. Moves, I know. Best I can do is work it out and see this price. SL. So you can go to market, by the way. SL. What am I talking about? Looking at the wrong one then. Yeah, 91.60. Sorry. Yeah. That's even better now. Go to market, whatever it is. 94.50. TP, where is it? 83.45, 83.45. And your risk, remember, it's per share. So it's not 0.1, it's 1 or 2 or 3. You get the idea. So you've got to be 1 point or whatever it is. So I've got to work it out. What's the difference between the two? Risk is, if you go now, 80 to 94.50, 92, that's 250, 270. So risk going up, if you've got a dollar account, it'd be 270. On a rand account, that would be about 45 bucks, something like that. 45 rand per 1.0. Okay, so if you can risk 45, it'll be 1.0. You can risk 90, you get the idea. Got the idea. So there's a signal for it. You can enter there because it's slightly better than the signal sent out. So the others don't chase. Those ships that sell, but this one you got an opportunity. So anyone who missed the Google one has enough free margin left. They might have just closed and you want to look at something else. That's the one for you. Okay, there you are. So you can do that if you like. Ah, brilliant. Quite a good bunch of trades coming out. They're doing okay, hey. Right, let's look at NGAS. Finally, I think I see a particularly good long on NGAS. What do you think? Hey, I'm just kidding. Shut up, Roger. Okay, so what's that? Oh, yeah. You've got the AUD and ZD1, AUD something or other. GBP CHF. Okay. Oh yes, this one. We've been stuffed around with this one for a while. I don't know if you're still in it. If you're not in it, leave the bloody thing alone. We got in about 3 days ago at 1.1275, if I remember rightly. And it's popped down. It's in profit, I think, at one stage, and it popped up. It's just hovering in that range, in a pretty tight range, might it? Yeah, it's about a 8. It's a very tight range, isn't it? What's that range there? Yeah, it's about a 60 to 70 pip range, pretty tight range. So hopefully we'll get something coming out of this damn thing and come off. But at the moment, let it run. But I wouldn't be getting in. Leave it alone. But it's still running. Hopefully we'll get something sorted out by the end of the week. It's particularly slow, and you can see why it's slow. Look at those candles. Very, very tight range. Not quite sure why, to be honest. I don't so great about the pound. 10% inflation, maybe that might be it. Pressure on about interest rates, that might be keeping the pound a little bit stronger than it should be. Okay, that's might be the only reason why it's not going down to the south. Anyway, we're it. Not much to do about it now. So let it run. You got your protective SL in, and let's see if it can maybe come right. Patience is the name of the game. Patience by name, patience by nature. Okay.
Roger,
Yeah, go for it.
I've just read that the vice chair of the federal, Neil Brown Yard, will speak this evening at 8:15.
Okay, is he the deputy? Is he one of the deputies?
That's
thought you
correct.
said.
He's a vice
Okay.
chair.
Okay, there's quite a few of them out there, but he's speaking at what time? I'm sorry, it's a very bad audio. About 8:30, you say?
8:15, Roger.
Quarter past eight, yeah. Sorry, because I say the audio is not that clear. 8:15. Okay, it might be of interest. Remember, it is not Powell. So a couple of things might be said, but if it's that important, Powell will be the guy standing up unless he's off sick or something. But something's important that. If it's not Powell, I'm not sure how important that will be. Okay, so I wouldn't get. It's interesting to know, and thank you for that. But I wouldn't get too upset about it. It might confirm, almost certainly, it'll be confirming what Powell's been saying. He's not going to change the chairman's bloody hawkish stance going forward. If you see what I mean? But it's interesting to know. But I wouldn't think there's much fireworks coming from. At a guess. Okay, it's good to know. Brilliant. Okay. Right. Okay, we're just getting near the close now. Anything else you want to look at? Anything else you want to cover? Anything else to do? A couple of questions. You got your DXY. You got the economic calendar. You know how to chart set. You know how to save them. You know about specifications. Left click, right click. Go to specifications. Get information you need on each individual instrument. Don't forget, one person to know how to add to the watch list. If you haven't got it there already, you just go and click to add. Simple as that. You've got your position size calculator. Do not trade unless you know what the risks are clearly. So you can get that from the live chat. Support, get your calculator. Very important. Just to recap, shares are different. They open up as 4 and completely different. You do not use that calculator for shares. You use, if you want to use one, you can use the Excel one on your LMS. However, the risk on the shares is just take the stop loss away from from the entry, and that's your risk per share in dollars. You just multiply it to get into rounds. It's quite straightforward. So I'll give you a quick example, might make it a bit easier. So if you want to, let's say, short Tesla, and it's 127.86, and your stop loss is, let's say, here at 144.20, the difference is $14.50. So your risk would be $14.50 per share, or multiply that by 17 or whatever to get into rounds for 1.0. Just remember that. It's quite simple. Okay, hope that was all clear. Our US dollar ZAR, whoever took it, is getting quite nicely here. Those in dollar accounts will be quite happy because they're going to get back to rands and be smiling, eh? Okay, so anything else you want a bit of clarity on, guys? We do it in the last couple of minutes. Well, sure. I mean, it's like anything else. The point is, you want to do a job, right? You need the right tools to do the job. I always say, you know, you call around the mechanic and he comes with a plastic or a glass hammer. It's not, you know, you need the tools to do the job. You need knowledge, okay? You need the right equipment, and you need the funding. If you haven't got the knowledge, you haven't got the funding, you haven't got the equipment, and you're competing with all the guys who have, you're at a disadvantage. Do you understand what I mean? Remember, this is a zero-sum game. Don't conjure money out of nothing. If somebody wins 10 grand, somebody's lost it. It's changed hands, if you see what I mean. So if you haven't got the knowledge, you haven't got the equipment, and you haven't got the finance, you're at a disadvantage to those who got all three. It makes sense. Yeah. As I say, I always used like a glass or a plastic spanner. If I came to fix your car with a plastic spanner, you wouldn't think much credibility. And I say, I haven't got the right tools. Do I need the right tools? If I say to you, do I need the right tools? There's a bit of credibility for the job, you know? I mean, the purpose of a phone, basically, is to, if you're away from your computer, you're at work, you're busy, just to quickly, as Harder said yesterday, look under the table, take a quick toilet break, and quickly check to see if it needs modifying or an entry to get a signal. Just a quick update. Well, in the evenings, now I'm off the computer, I can just quickly look at on my phone. But to start doing technical analysis and strategy on a phone, it's limiting. And my worry is if one can't afford a laptop, how can you afford to have the balance to trade? You know what I'm saying? Have the right tools for the job, yeah. Another thing I find psychologically quite fascinating, well, people are quite have to pay £1,000 a month to get knowledge, and they put squat funds in to make use of the knowledge. Why would you do that? It's like saying I'll pay a lot of money to learn how to drive a car, and then I can't afford a car. But why buy the lessons to learn how to drive it if you can't afford it? You need the capital and the knowledge. Knowledge of those, what I'll say. Okay. You need the right tools for the job, absolutely. I've got a guy just coming on now. He says he hasn't got the money, and he put him on the VIP one anyway till he gets the money. Well, then I put everybody on it, I haven't got the money now, but I want to buy that Ferrari. So I'll let you have it for nothing then, okay. It's interesting. Well, you see, you're willing to pay for it. So I'm assuming that you've joined the trading room and you haven't got a course. Is that correct? So if you're willing to pay for it, if you're trying to trade the markets, you've got no course, you've got a phone and about $30. I don't know what to say. Okay, right. If you want, it's about £1,000 a month or slightly less than that. If you're interested, I'll post my number on here for you, okay, Roger, and I'll get someone to give you a shout, but, don't ask him to give you a shout if you can't afford to buy the course, because clearly he's wasting his time. Just a second, I'll write it out. There we are. So that's my WhatsApp number. If you want, you can, yeah, I'm doing that now. Post that, just WhatsApp me your full names and your telephone number, and I use WhatsApp for your number, okay, sorry. And then I'll pass it on to somebody who'll give you a shout. But I'm telling you right now, it's about £1,000 a month. If you can't afford £1,000 a month, there's not much point in posting it to him, because he's going to go through a whole spiel and you say, I haven't got the money, so what's the point, So if you can afford £1,000 a month, I'll get him to chat to you and he'll go through the ins and outs. It's a CETA regulated course, gives you classes, all sorts of videos and everything else, and then you'll be equipped to to trade the markets. The number, sorry, I posted it on to him personally. I'll post it for everyone. Beg your pardon. Should we get it? There you are. Okay, so anybody wants that, and I'll pass it on to I might pass on to Mark. I think he handles that sort of thing. Yeah, I'm not trying to get involved in the selling of it, so I'll pass it on to somebody else, and they can contact. So I do this. I've got time to go self-pitching, so they can do that. They'll be your account manager, and they'll do that, and then you can get the trading and everything for myself from the knowledge and the advice perspective. Also, anybody got £2.5 grand or more in their account and they want to be uploaded to my group, WhatsApp group for updates, etc., and they'll go and get the extra signals. Just post WhatsApp me your details and I'll upload you. Okay.
Roger, request to speak. I've posted a
okay
where the guys can just click on and go directly to the Stock Market College.
Okay, so what do you want me to do, finally? In other words, you say if he posts his number to me, do you want me to WhatsApp and forward on the number to you?
Yes, you can do that
Okay.
at.
I'll do that. No problem at all. No problem at all. Oh, well, then, if you want to invest it properly, then you will need the knowledge. Because I don't care, honestly, anybody there, you might have 700K. If you don't know what you're doing, haven't got the knowledge, it won't help you. Whether you've got 7K, 700 or 7 million, it just means you'll lose more if you don't have the knowledge. It's like nothing wrong with your motor car, but if your 12-year-old doesn't know how to drive, you wouldn't handle the keys. You know what I'm saying? However clever your 12-year-old is, doesn't know how to, it would be illegal anyway, doesn't have the knowledge. Okay, you get my point, yeah. So you got to have that. Brilliant, getting somewhere. Okay, right. So just WhatsApp me on that number, and then, or better still, WhatsApp Farney direct. What Farney? Put in the live chat your WhatsApp number, and Delta can WhatsApp you direct. Okay. You got my number anyway now, Delta, but post on the chat line here. Finally, your WhatsApp number, and then he'll WhatsApp you, and then you're in contact. Okay. Before I knock off. There you are. Before I knock off, there you are. To go to, you've got that number now. We're going to be we've gone after half-past or knock off now. So I like a simple. Have you got it? Doesn't take long to type out yes or no. We move this thing. Is it share Mark's movie, guys? You're missing out. Have you got Farney's number? Yes, take Farney's number. That's why he wrote it there. Yes, please. You got them both. Fantastic. Okay, great. Okay, right. Okay, that's fine. Right, guys. Catch you tomorrow morning. What else can I say? Our trades are in profit. Hope they continue in that way, and enjoy your evening and enjoy the blue lines on the PL on your system, and money's coming in. Fantastic. Okay. Cheers, guys. Thanks very much indeed, and hope it continues. Cheers, hey. Bye. Cheers, Schiffer.